The section of the AT that runs through Pennsylvania is known for being really, really rocky, and so we call it Rocksylvania. And the northern end is known as the toughest section of all.
Breakfast for hanging out. For chilling. Maybe for you.
This particular morning, I started the day earlier than usual so I could give myself plenty of time. The last mile I walked yesterday took me a whole hour. Usually it takes 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes if I'm lucky. That was so frustrating. Although, when I got to the shelter, all my friends said it took them a really long time too. So, at least I'm not the only one. And that was really nice too, having all my friends at the shelter and just sitting around talking. That's probably my favorite part of the AT, I think. The camaraderie. Today I got up at 6, on trail at 7:30. Because these rocks are slowing me down so much, maybe this will help. It's not like it's going to help me walk faster or something, but mentally, it being 3 o'clock and you got 10 miles to go is a lot worse than it being 3 o'clock and you got 5 miles to go. Just an example throwing that out, but you know. A hotel with a spigot outside was one of the few water sources for the day. I filled up and kept hiking, but my friends stayed to hang out at a hostel down the road. As hard as this is, I'm actually having a great time climbing around on all these rocks. It's such a challenge, and seeing the views in the distance, seeing birds flying around, I just feel so epic.
New Jersey's known for, right? Being the biggest producer of blueberries in the United States.
They
lose it.
Yeah.
Oh man, like all that kind of stuff.
One more time.
That trail magic was provided by Beansy, a thru hiker from last year. It was very nice. It was good to see my friends because I was very tired and sweaty and not talkative, so I was glad they were there to carry the conversation. By where there was water, there was a hostel just down the street, and they said they hung out there for an hour and a half. And they came and caught up with me within 10 minutes of me stopping at the trail magic. So, okay. Then, when we started off, I tried really hard to go fast, but they all passed me within the first 5 minutes after I started. Honestly, it's kind of heartbreaking. Nothing to do with them, but I am pushing myself so hard because I don't want to be slow. My life would be easier if I could walk fast. I guess a little bit it is about the pride of not wanting to be slow, but it's also because if you get to camp faster, you have more time in your day. As hard as I try to not be slow, I still am. And it's, like I said, it's just heartbreaking. It's been about an hour since I was talking about how frustrated I am about not being able to go more than a medium speed. I'm kind of moved on though. I'm thinking about the next thing, which is in Virginia, it was really hard because I was like, I'm always dirty, I'm always tired, I'm always in pain, and I'm gonna be like that for the foreseeable future. Now, it's the same thing. The trail is only getting harder. Because I haven't been able to take a shower in so long, I'm starting to have really bad skin and just like rashes from being sweaty, and my feet are in the most pain they've ever been, my ankles too from going every which direction. But now it's kind of like I'm miserable, but I'm okay with it. I accept the fact that it's going to be a few more months of undesirable conditions because I've already decided being on the trail and all of the good that comes with it is worth it.
So Dozer promised me 50 cents for every wasp I kill. So I've just been killing wasps. I've gotten 3 so far. But it's really a waiting game. You just gotta let them come in close enough so you can give them a good whack.
Moments after we finished filming,
Look at
another one bit the dust.
Just gotta slap them down and then bam, give them a stomp.
It is, but it was all the way on the other side of where the power lines were.
Have you heard that saying, Silverback? Better to be when he went to go face the spider in the slammer.
I slept outside last night because it was a little cooler out there than in the shelter, and I've been so sweaty every night, not sleeping well. The people that were tenting near the shelter said they saw a bear, so everyone was kind of on high alert. And I was like, well, I just really want to be cool. I really want a good night's sleep. I didn't see the bear all night, but I didn't get a good night's sleep. And now I have a mosquito bite on my knuckle and my shoulder blade and a million other places. Really tough terrain today. It's like 9 something and I'm pouring sweat already. It's so humid. Everything I touched this morning seemed damp. Morale is low. Another day, another moment where I'm extremely frustrated with myself for the pace at which I walk. We're going past a place called Blue Mountain Resort, and my friends wanted to stop and get some treats there. You know, they have a pub, burgers and beer maybe, but they're already there and I'm a half an hour away. So I just said, y'all don't have to wait for me. You're gonna want to get back on trail by the time I'm there. Go ahead. They offered to pack me out something. It's just my frustration is with myself. Why can't I walk as fast as everyone else? And really, I think it has to do with like muscle, but it's still so frustrating. So frustrating. I crossed the dirt road that was turn off to go to the, and I texted them and I was like, actually, how long are y'all gonna be there? And they were like, an hour or so maybe. And I was like, okay, I'm coming. That shows me that maybe I'm not as slow as I think I am. And when you're having a bad day, everything seems bad. Confirmation bias, you know? If you're looking for something to seem a certain way, it will be a certain way. Hey! That was nice, getting to the turn-off point before I thought I would and being able to go see my friends in the middle of the day. By some miracle, I got to camp at 6:30. I thought I was gonna get here at 7 or 8, so thank goodness. It's not a tick if you were worried. Anyway, very exhausted, but I tried really hard to not go slow in the latter half of the day, so I'm proud of myself for that. And now I get to have a few hours to myself, and then I'm not gonna sleep. I'm not gonna cowboy camp again because I got so bug bitten. I'll try to sleep in the shelter again, slapping a mosquito, sorry, but I know it won't be a good night's sleep, so one of those things.
And then you can write it off as a tax write-off
That is a good point.
and put it in your kid's bank account.
And I touched. Probably like some motherfucker.
Yeah.
I slept pretty well because the night was a little less hot than usual. Got out of camp early because we're doing big miles today. After 5 miles, there was water at another nice hotel. Then I walked through the town of Water Gap, and I swear 2 people tried to run me over. One, as I was walking by the road, one car was really close to the white line on the edge where I was walking. 2, in the parking lot, someone was backing up, and I was clearly walking behind them, or I started walking behind them and then they started backing up. You can't just pretend I'm invisible because I'm a backpacker. And now I have to climb this big old hill.
So I've been trying to like mix it up a little bit.
Junior high when that happened.
Okay.
What was your start date?
How nice is it when trail magic lines up with the time you're about to eat lunch? So good. That was from Eric and Early Riser, another husband supporting a wife thru hiker. Now it's 7 miles, I think, till town. Not gonna be as rocky, word on the street is, and things are looking up. The roadies are back. Oh, how I've missed the rhododendron. Finally at the hostel. So glad to finally be done. But while I was trying to hurry today, I was running and I slid on some dirt. And look at this. Look at my leg. Plus the normal dirt of, you know, it's been very hot, it's been sweaty, humid. Dirt just kind of sticks to you, never comes off. Whoops. Okay, as I was trying to show you, oh, my legs are clean now. What a magic trick, right? I had a Philly cheesesteak to embrace the culture of Pennsylvania, then got to stay in a church's free space for AT hikers. Looking back, it's been a bit of a rough week, but it's over now, it's behind me. Let's talk about it. First, what I noticed about the landscape, well, this is going to be pretty obvious, but it was extremely rocky. And when people told me Pennsylvania was going to be rocky, I was like, okay, what type of rocks? And let me tell you, seriously all. A few times there was like gravel. Sometimes there was maybe like foot-sized rocks that either were in a pile or that had dirt around them. The pile of foot-sized rocks was definitely hardest. A lot of times they would be like pointy, sticking up, and you'd have to put your foot on them like this or this, and it really hurt your ankle. Not hurt your ankle, but you know, wore it out. Sometimes there's what I call rock scrambling, or maybe a bunch of people call it rock scrambling, but anyway, climbing around on bigger rocks, which I think is fun. But yep, lots of rocks. At the same time though, there wasn't a whole lot of steep downhills and steep uphills, so at least there was that. And definitely throughout Pennsylvania, maybe even in Maryland, there's been a lot of berries. Raspberries, blueberries, little red berries. I think every time I see them, I'm like, oh, wild cherries, but actually I don't know that, I'm just saying that. And I was almost like, there's no rhododendron anymore, but there was. On the last day of the week, there was a few rhododendron tunnels. As far as what I noticed about the season, it is just so hot, you all. Every night it's hard to sleep because it's hot. You don't want to walk because it's hot, and it's rough. It's starting to affect life. It's only the beginning of July, so. The common experience among all the hikers this week was just dealing with the rocks, and then once we reached Delaware Water Gap, a lot of people were so relieved to be done with Pennsylvania. If you're from Pennsylvania, I don't mean any offense. I've been to other places in Pennsylvania that are very nice, but the rocks and there being few and far between water sources, there's not a whole lot of views. Compared to the other states on the AT, I don't think this was going to be one of people's favorites. Also, the thing everyone keeps saying here at the hostel is that, oh, but there's 30 miles of rocks into New Jersey, so we know the hard times aren't over yet. I've also noticed a lot of people talking about rashes on their body, whether that's from chafing, you know, now that we're sweating more, stuff is rubbing up against your skin, and it's just bad news. Everybody's really, really sore. We've been at this trail for so long now, over 3 months. It's wearing us out. The problem I talked about trying to work on last week was that I had some pain in the lower part of my belly, and on Sunday of this week, that just kind of went away on its own. I think it was bathroom issues, and that's all I'm gonna say. But I also noticed myself having problems with my backpack adjustments. I don't know what changed, what I did differently, but all of a sudden it was just super uncomfortable. So I've started from the beginning of every single day, loosening every single strap, and then, you know, putting it on, hip belt exactly where it's supposed to be, arm straps exactly where it's supposed to be, load lifters. I'm just gonna keep on tailoring my backpack to fit me as best as possible because it's been pretty uncomfortable lately. My favorite memory of the week very easily was the rope swing. It was so fun, so exciting, such an adrenaline rush. Later on in the week when I was like, oh, this is so hard, I never have any fun on this trail, I was like, oh, that's right though. That rope swing, that was fun. I learned a lot this week. My whole thought process on realizing that I'm a slower hiker. And first I want to make it clear, I know that I'm probably faster than the average person, and more importantly, I'm faster than I used to be, but I'm not hiking with the average person or the old me. And it's really not a race, it's not, but I see my friends getting done with their miles early, and then they have free time in the evening to relax, to sit down. I could be editing videos if I had extra time, so I'm just jealous, I guess. I see people with more free time, so now I'm like, I want free time, therefore I should walk faster. If you like to walk slow, that's great. I don't mean anything against that. All this video, I've just been saying I'd like to walk faster. And I struggle with it because I'm not that physically strong compared to other people, especially the people that I'm currently with, which did affect my self-esteem, if I'm honest. But I have to remember that no one can help the body that they're born into. You're born, and sometimes you get good things, sometimes you don't. I'm not very physically strong, I don't have a lot of muscle, but I'm not allergic to any food. I don't need to wear glasses. I'm an excellent dancer. And plus I'm just learning to think walk fast, walk fast, walk fast throughout the day. I think my problem probably was just that I'm off in a daydream thinking about something else, and I'm walking normal person pace, like 2 miles an hour, and not thru hiker trying to get somewhere pace 3 miles an hour. But at the end of the day, this was just one more time where it was hard and I didn't quit. And I think that's pretty significant. Thanks for being here with me. Hope to see you next time.